think strippers. Hi. Colette. Yeah, I'm just getting everything ready for next week. Yeah, I found a great outfit that you won't hate, yes. Yeah, of course I'll be there. Yes, Shaltese, 6 o'clock, I know. Okay, are we doing anything after that night? No, of course I'm not asking for any specific reason. No, of course you shouldn't trust me. Okay, I love you, bye. My best friend from college is getting married next week. So I had this great idea, right? I figured instead of taking her out to some club or a bar that meant absolutely nothing to any of us, her other bridesmaids and I could take her out to the place we always used to go to in college, so she could kind of relive her old life before she starts her new one. This is such a great idea. Hello? Hi? Yes, I know. Colette already called me. What? You want to go where? No, it's cool. I guess. Yeah, I can call her. Okay. Bye. So one of my friends from college is getting married next week. Another fucking wedding. Why do people even get married anymore? Another one bites the dust.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I just got the call from... Ooh, I guess she's making the rounds. Uh-huh. Woohoo! Bachelorette party! Where are we going? Seriously? Rock on. See you next week, biatch! Colette is getting married, and Vivian is planning to have us take her to our old college haunt. This could either be a really good idea or a really bad one. I mean, does anybody want to really be reminded that life as they know it is just about over? No, well, at least there'll be alcohol.
This is Tolkien. Huh? Oh no, I was just getting ready to close. Oh, you are still coming. Oh, okay. I just thought that. Okay, no problem. We'll see you in a little bit then.
Okay, ready?
Are we there yet?
Almost. Keep your eyes closed. Okay,
Come on, come
take a
on,
step
come
up.
on.
Step up. Not that high. Where do you think you're Up. Good.
Okay.
Walking is fun. There you go.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Surprise!
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe you guys brought me back here!
Oh, what better way to remember old times than the place we never left during school, huh?
Yeah, even when some of us weren't legal.
Shut up.
I haven't been back here in
About 4 years, I know. It's been really lonely without you guys.
Is Doc still here?
No, he actually retired a couple years ago. His grandson runs the place now. Logan! Can't believe you just leave us out here like this. Sir, you are no gentleman.
And you, miss, are no lady. You're getting in kind of late, aren't you? I was starting to get worried about you. You weren't going to show up.
Well, we were trying to get here by 10:30 to have a nice long evening of drinking to get into, but things got a little crazy at the hotel.
Yeah, who knew the Shaltese comes with its own built-in bachelorette party?
Really?
Yeah, and those hoity-toities know how to live it up with their pure Cristal glass in 1986 cognac.
From the year I was born. Clever!
Yeah, we actually had to sneak around the back before Mom and the other gray hairs noticed.
We barely had time to get into our bachelorette party clothes.
Ooh, that reminds me. What? Oh, no, please don't, please don't. I refuse to be part of this filming.
No, come on, just
no.
hold it up.
Hold it. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Now, if you just let me post
Oh, can I
this.
see that?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
On the way out.
No. No cell phones. It's on the sign.
What sign?
There.
Dude, what's that about?
Look,
That's
call,
magic.
call me old-fashioned, but I like it when people come into my place and hang out with each other. Not hang out with each other and 900 imaginary friends.
No online friends.
Is there a difference?
Phone.
Yes, it is. And you'll get it back later. Okay, speaking of which, all of you, hand them over. There will be no texting, no tweeting, no twatting, no twiddling, whatever, the entire time you're here. You came here to hang out with each other. Enjoy it. You'll get it back after class. How many has she had?
One. And she sipped it. What you'll discover about this majestical bride is her ability to go from sober to drunk, to sober again with alarming time continuum.
Meaning?
Colette. Drink one, drunk. Drink many, sober. Weird.
So I'm sorry we're so late. Has everybody else gone home already? Yeah, what the hell is up with this place? Why is it so dead in here tonight?
Well, part of it is that nobody in this town has the constitution to stay out late anymore. The other part is that we've been slow anyway. Some new club opened up called Panic over by the campus. So everybody's been going over there. Nobody even cares about the Bruiser anymore.
Oh my god! I completely forgot about the Bruisers!
And she's back.
Who wants a dream as black as sin? Forget whatever hell you're in! Tomorrow I may feel black and blue, but tonight I raise my glass to you! Bruisers!
Oh, she forgets the drink but remembers the chant. Go figure.
Well, what more can you expect from our 3-year reigning karaoke queen?
Oh my god! Where did you get
How did I
that?
get it? Come on, that was never taken down.
Do you mean to tell me that there's been a picture of me wearing a Sing It Bitch t-shirt hanging on the wall for like 5 years?
Oh, that's not all. Look, up there. That's the one of Kat doing shots with the president of the university.
Classy.
Okay, hey, at homecoming, everyone is on equal ground, and if you are not wasted, homecoming is.
And the one of Sarah's 21st birthday party.
Oh, let me see that. Huh. I don't really remember that night.
Funny, none of us could forget that night.
I was not that drunk.
Sarah, you broke the mechanical bull.
So?
There was no mechanical bull. You just jumped on top of some random pregnant who happened to be taking a shot at the pool table and yelled, "Take it all! Take me home!"
Was that before or after she took off her bra and tried to use it as a riding crop?
That was before. After was when she locked herself in the men's room and charged $5 for admission.
I wasn't even in town for that and I heard about that.
You know, in about 2 hours and 8 dreams from now, I'm gonna have a really good comeback for you. Speaking of which, about 4 bruisers.
Yeah?
Wait, guys, are we forgetting something?
Nope. Tolkien?
Here we are. 4 shots of Jose Cuervo.
Where are my limes?
It's sweetie,
You don't
if
get-
you wanted class, you should have stayed at the Shopsies with your gray hairs. Oh, I love my boyfriend. Oh, are you two,
Oh, she means Jose.
Oh. Don't put that sad look on your face. Tolkien adores me.
Of course, she's a great customer. She's been coming in here almost daily ever since.
Doc left. I figured he must get lonely in here by himself.
So you get to see our Vivi every night? I'm jealous.
Yeah, she comes around. Talks about you guys all the time.
Oh, that's no surprise. You give this girl a shot at anything and her entire life story will be all over the table.
That's not entirely true.
Oh, yes it is. That's why we had to stop telling her about the parties we would give each other. Well, today went pretty well. I think I passed my bio test and, oh my god, Colette, wait till you see that hottie hot from Mom is going to be a surprise. But I told him he couldn't tell you because it's a surprise.
Never in my life have I ever said,
Creative interpretation.
And believe me, Tolkien, there are some things a friend just does not need to know.
Oh, really? Like what?
you really don't need to know.
Doesn't she ever talk about herself? Don't worry, we can tell you a few things.
Yes, like Vivian here is the only person I know who waited till she actually was 21 to go out and drink.
And don't worry, she made up for junior year.
And senior year.
And you will never hear her swear.
Well, not in English anyway.
What?
Well, I blame it on the farm thing,
But don't
personally.
talk like that.
But our Vivi will never say a swear word unless it's in another language.
Why?
They sound pretty.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, seriously, that way I can say exactly what I want to anyone, and not only do they not know, usually it sounds really pretty.
What, do you speak
Yeah.
6 languages or something? I mean, how do you know what you're even talking about?
Okay, I steal it from parts of movies. You know how, like, for foreign films, they speak and there's subtitles down the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they keep speaking and nothing appears where the subtitle should be, I figure it's dirty and I steal it.
Yeah, but how do you know what you're saying?
I don't.
Ooh, and she just loves Gone with the Wind.
Really?
Really? So much, in fact, that we even had a theme party of it once where you had to come dressed like a character or she wouldn't let you in the door.
I still say that was my best costume ever.
Sarah, what costume? You wore brown and kept kneeling on the ground so everybody would fall over you.
Are you kidding? I represented the entire theme of that movie. That change is inevitable, and that one single moment can forever alter what you thought your future would be.
Yep, she was the best fence ever.
Ooh, and she makes amazing pancakes.
But sadly, that's all she makes. Remember when she tried to make us enchiladas?
We do not speak of that night.
Anyway, around the world and back to us.
Hey, really, what'd she say about her oldest friends, her most valiant compadres?
Well, aside from the mechanical bull story that Grandpa tells at every Christmas, it's funny because it's true. Anyway, you are Sarah. You are currently teaching the youth of tomorrow, ages 5 through 9, the fine art of reading comprehension in Virginia.
God, how did I grow up to sound so boring?
Oh, no. Back in college, you did outdrink the entire Sig Tau house during their Beer Quest '05. Considering the size of some of those guys, I do have to say I'm pretty impressed.
Oh, trust me, in that case, size really didn't matter.
Ooh, me.
Oh.
Do me next.
You are Colette, the bride, currently getting your PhD in child psychology. You also minored in voice, which would explain why you were the reigning karaoke queen of this bar for 3 years running.
I got the picture to prove it.
Oh, and then there is Kat, or Catalina March, currently living in Chicago with her boyfriend of almost 2 years. You were all-star softball of '04 and '05, and you also somehow found time to run for student government. But you ended up losing to some...
Probablemente estupide.
Oh, you're so bad.
Does that sound pretty enough? No.
some pretty stupid. Yes, but he's no longer welcome on Doc's welcome list. He always did like you best.
Probably because I filled in as his bouncer a few times.
Could be. And then there is Vivian, the tireless art department volunteer and go-to girl for anything involving paints and pencils at Martin's.
Volunteer? I like to give back. Okay, so girls, I'd like to propose a toast. To us, for one thing, because we're so cool and all.
To Colette and the poor son of a bitch she managed to clamp down.
To Tolkien for remembering shit that I had forgotten about.
And who will probably have to remind us of our own names in a few hours.
Her chance to dream.
And to you guys for bringing me here. Mofo.
Mofo.
That might be the drink of best friends, but it still gives me the willies.
The willies? Good lord, being engaged has made you all kinds of tame, ain't it?
Hey, Tolkien, we're ready for the Bruisers now?
Oh, hold your horses, I'm coming.
It sounds like that guy you dated junior year, Sarah.
Shut up!
Okay. I would like to make a real toast this time. Thank you. To Colette. One of the 3 best things that ever happened to me.
Aww.
And to Mr. Collette. What was his name again?
Clark.
That's his full name.
Yeah, it's Clark. Clark Cable.
You're getting married to Clark Gable? How did I know you're married to Clark?
Cable.
Oh.
C-A-B-L-E.
Okay.
To Mr. and Mrs. C-A-B-L-E.
Woohoo.
Dear God, I missed these.
Well, obviously, they are the drink of your youth.
What?
Your much later youth.
Good save.
Thanks.
How many of these would you say we've had in our day?
I don't think I can count that high.
Thanks for not making us sound like lushes or anything there, Viv.
No, not lushes, just educated women who understood the dire importance of getting a little more than tipsy every now and again.
And what would you say was the dire importance of getting a little more than tipsy every now and again?
To escape reality.
No, just to have a good time. Damn, not everything has to have a whole hidden world behind it, Viv.
I know that.
Do you? Because you're the one I always figured never got it.
Are you saying I didn't know how to have fun?
No, it just never seemed like you knew how to cut loose.
Yeah, how to just throw your arms out there
She's on it. Don't climb.
and be like, hey world, here I am.
Down. Well, Sarah, I never knew how to ride an imaginary bull either.
Touche. So, who you guys bringing to the wedding anyway?
And Colette sweeps in with a dashing change of subject. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Tom's meeting me at the hotel tomorrow.
For a little tomfoolery before the wedding. No.
I'm bringing Aaron.
Who's Aaron?
Someone I started dating a couple months ago.
Serious?
Nope.
Oh. Vivi?
God, nobody can get into that position.
Tolkien,
Huh? But
are you busy on Saturday?
no,
St. William's at 3?
I'll be there.
I'm bringing Tolkien.
Yeah, we actually all managed to catch that little romantic exchange.
You wrote +1 on your RSVP. What were you planning on doing? Just grabbing someone on the way into the church?
Or picking someone up the night before.
Oh, please. Vivian wouldn't even have the slightest idea how to have a one-night stand.
Yeah, true.
So I take it you're not seeing anyone right now, Viv?
On the contrary, I see people every night.
So that would be a no.
Pretty much, yes. What can I say? This Pennsylvania bill has not found to Mr. Cable just yet.
Yeah, you know what might actually help with that? Getting the hell out of Pennsylvania.
I like Pennsylvania.
Yes, it is the land of opportunity.
Okay, we've got really good things here, like Phil the Groundhog, and Yingling, and Tasty Cakes. Our lottery has a theme song. Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, look, you can't get Yingling anywhere else.
You can't in Chicago.
Ooh, and I can't find a tasty cake to save my life in Ohio.
By the by, what is so great about Ohio? Seriously, every time I go there, they close all the roads back. It's like they're trying to hold you prisoner. In Cleveland.
Probably because no one would actually want to stay there if they had a choice.
That's
Yeah.
true, actually.
It wasn't my first choice either, but the job I have lined up is good and the money is really good. So if I have to live with a few under construction signs and the dread Cleveland accent, I can deal.
And it's only 2 hours from your alma mater. So see, we really are the center of the universe.
And yet I really never find myself being drawn to come back here.
Why do you think that is? I mean, I haven't seen you for about a year. You got us for over 2.
I don't know. I mean, I always mean to come back like for homecoming or something, but it just seems like stuff always gets in the way.
Like what?
Like work, life. Nah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I guess I just always figured I'd come back.
Viv, you never left.
Okay, if I left, I figured I'd come back.
I used to wish I had more time to. I mean, really, this place, this town, it was everything to me for years, but it feels so weird to come back. It's like every time I come back, the memory changes for me a little bit. I like it the way it was. Except for tonight, of course. Tonight was a great idea.
So, how's it feel?
What?
Getting married, silly.
Well, it's scary.
No shit. Having to be with one guy the rest of your life? Ugh. Having to wake up to the same person day after day after day. The weight gain and the hair loss and the babies and the
Ray of
wrinkles.
sunshine, not what I'm looking for. Here.
Oh, sorry. Wow, I meant it's great. It's great. Be with one person for the rest of your life through the through the house hunting and the bill paying, in sickness and in health, and over till both of you die. I'm still not helping, am I?
Don't worry, sweetie. I'm not scared to grow old with him. In fact, I have never been more sure of anything in my entire life. I love him.
That's so beautiful.
Laugh if you want to. Someday it'll happen to you too.
I'm counting the days.
Maybe we're just, I don't know, honey. Maybe we're just a bunch of jealous twins who laugh about the whole thing because you have what we want.
What? One person for the rest of my life? No, thank you.
No, not that necessarily, but I mean the fact is you've got a husband, or you will in about 48 hours. You don't have to go through the endless dating and the breakups and the rebounds and then rebounds from breakups from rebounds, and you're happy.
Now see, that's not fair. I quite enjoy the occasional mindless date.
Why? Because then you get the occasional mindless sex.
Mindless sex is not always without passion.
It's not always without consequences either.
God, everyone's ganging up on me. Christ.
We're not ganging up on you, sweetie. Besides, I know what you mean.
You mean you did? It's all over for you now, though, honey. No more one-night stands with the Gamma Pi Cabana boys or nights of drunken debauchery with the girls to see who'll come home with the cutest boy. Nope. Now you're married. And I'm out of liquor. Token. 4 Long Islands.
No what?
You know, the club was the one for you.
Oh. Well, it happened so gradually, I never even saw it coming.
Okay, well, how did you meet?
Well, ironically, it was a night of drunken debauchery. We were at this party for my friend's boss, and who should show up with Michael? You guys remember Michael.
How could we forget the actor?
Oh, and from what I recall, you weren't the only lady polishing his Oscar.
Babe, seriously, you're making my head hurt. So anyway, we had been broken up for months, and I hadn't talked to him for months. So how he ended up at this party was beyond me. But he comes up to me and backs me into a corner, and he keeps talking to me, and keeps trying to get back together with me, and every time I tried to walk away, he stopped me.
Scattle.
You should have kicked him in the nuts.
Ah, the Catalina solution for everything.
So anyway, from across the room, this guy comes over and busts through us and goes, "Excuse me, honey, I'm so sorry it took me so long, but I was talking to Rick about the Knicks." And you know Rick with his Knicks. And he turns to Michael and goes, "Can I help you?" And Michael just kind of stared and walked away.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised Michael didn't try to lay into him.
I'm not. Can you imagine that guy fighting? No, not the hair, not the hair. Oh, she's right. Michael was all talk. That's all he ever was. So anyway, this guy introduces himself to me and gives me a handkerchief to wipe the mascara that was like all over my face at that point. And 18 months later, here we are.
That's unbelievable.
Really, I mean, who carries around a handkerchief nowadays?
Sarah!
What?
You have no sense of romance, do you?
Well, come on, a handkerchief?
Sarah was right. It was strange. Strange but wonderful.
Oh my God, she's getting that weepy, I'm getting married to the most wonderful man in the world face. Leave her be. How many times does this girl meet the most wonderful man in the world? Okay, let's think about this. There are millions of men in the world who all think they're the most wonderful man in the world. So you add times 5, 7, carry the 2, 5, huh? I think you can marry the most wonderful man in the world 5 times. First time is the fairy tale love. You meet a guy who's totally into you and you're totally into him, and it doesn't matter what bad things happened to you in the past because you know that he's different and he will heal all your pain. So you get married to him. Then you find out why fairy tales never told you what happened after the end they lived happily ever after. So you get divorced. Then you meet husband number 2, which is the perfect way to describe this guy. He comes along at a time in your life when you're still trying to figure out why you ever let number 1 into your heart in the first place. He flirts with you, makes you feel all desirable and special, which of course you probably still are, so you get married to him. Then you find out he's married to some barmaid in Reno, so you get the hell out of that marriage. Before the ink is even dry on the divorce papers, as you're leaving the courthouse, you bump into who will eventually become husband number 3. He already has kids, but his marriage didn't work out. You don't necessarily care for children, but you find that you will endure them because you've fallen in love with them. Backfires. The kids fall in love with you, which leads to a proposal. After you're married, he's hardly ever around, leaving you to look after kids or us. Facing the reality that you're now living life as his wife rather than as yourself, you split. Realizing if you keep living this way, you will never truly be happy. After that, you've had and you decide to swear off men forever, and you consider other options. Maybe you even consider lesbianism. But that doesn't quite work out the way you thought it would either. So when a nice, handsome, slightly older gentleman invites you to dinner, you say yes. And before you can even say check, please, he is proposing, offering to take care of you for the rest of your life. Fact is, you're still plenty capable of taking care of yourself, but you miss the security of being with someone, okay? You want that, so you marry the man. Things go well for a while, years. In fact, until one day, you're not as young as you used to be, and you're wondering why he's been so late coming home the last few weeks. And of course, it has nothing to do with the beautiful, blonde, and thin as a swizzle stick secretary he just happened to hire. And this time, he asks you for divorce, because, well, it's just not working out for him. The love isn't there anymore. After that, you've had it. You swear off men forever and decide to get together with the girls you used to know and talk about old times and shit. Only none of them can do it because they're all too busy with their own husbands and lives. You wonder why it worked for them and not for you and never even stop to think of the fact that it probably didn't. They're just sticking with it longer than you have. But now you are determined. You will find that Mr. Right and you will make him love you whether he wants to or not. So the first poor ass you run into becomes your number 5. Not necessarily because you love him, but because you needed him. You needed that feeling of security that no one ever really needs more, because that is what is expected of people. You want to be like everyone else. Maybe you'll stay with him, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll cheat, maybe he'll cheat. But the fact is, whoever said there's only one perfect person in the world for someone is full of shit. Or maybe that's just a thought they tell themselves to get through the night when they lie in bed crying. I mean, who's to say, right? You don't have issues. You have volumes.
Yeah, married 5 times nowadays.
Really?
Besides your mother.
I'm not saying that you literally have to get married 5 times. I'm just saying there are certain phases women go through.
Women like yourself, you mean?
If you want to put it that way, fine. I've been with Tom for 2 years. Maybe one of these days he'll ask me to marry him.
Will you say yes?
Probably. I think he'd be a good choice for a starter husband.
Do you know there are girls I graduated with that are already on their 3rd husband?
You're kidding.
No, but I grew up in a really small town. Maybe there's just nothing else to do.
How can people look at marriage like that? Like what? Like it's just some game. Like, okay, let's have a big party in front of all of our friends and declare our love for each other in front of God, and then just be like, well, that's it, I'm spent, on to next.
Maybe it's just a problem with our generation.
What do you mean?
Well, the fact that I don't think anyone really believes in marriage anymore, or that the fiery pits of hell Catholicism promises just aren't as fear-inducing as they used to be.
People still believe in marriage.
Well, yes. According to you, in your graduating class of 12, they believe in it over and over again.
There were 28 of us. Thank you very much.
28? Wow! Where'd you have your prom? The meeting hall? Did you husk corn and do yourselves a hoedown?
We don't talk like that. And for your information, the prom was at the fire hall. The meeting hall was across town.
I thought it was across the street.
That was across town. Don't remind me. Every time I go back, I can't believe I spent so much of my life there.
What do you mean?
I mean, that was my home. You know, those people were my friends. Everyone knew everyone and everything that was going on with everyone. Do you remember that Wisteria Lane, Desperate Housewives thing? It was like that, but the entire town.
That sounds thrilling.
I liked it. I don't know, I didn't want to leave, but now I can't imagine what would have happened if I'd stayed. I'd probably be married by now.
Why do you say that?
Again, like I said, there's nothing else to do there.
What about kids? You think you'd have kids?
Nah. I don't think I could have kids even if I wanted to.
Why not?
That's probably just not in God's master plan, but everyone else I graduated with has kids now. I know, not a lot, but it's something to think about.
Why?
Sometimes I guess I just wonder if people got married and had families so young because they wanted to or felt like they had to.
I get you. I mean, I'm definitely in the my mother's a guilt tripper club. Every time I call or go home, she asks me if I've met anyone.
I mean, that's your typical mom question. You gotta expect that.
Well, yes, but she calls me every 2 days. That's the problem with being an only child. I always tell her the same thing too, and she says, rah rah.
Raw raw.
How did we know?
As in raw, sis boom bob.
Shit, fine, yes, I'm also a child with an embarrassing nickname. Don't act like you didn't have one.
I didn't. Not for my family anyway. They always called me Cat. My best friend growing up called me Kitty, and all the boys like to call me Boo.
So what did you tell your mom, Sarah?
Oh, again, she'd say, rah rah, shut up. When are my grandchildren coming? And I'd say, when you adopt them, mother, or get them off Amazon.
Oh, free shipping.
Free shipping.
That's great. Time saving.
And then she'd say, honey, you're never gonna meet a man if you're not willing to have his children. To which I'd reply, Mom, you have no idea how okay I am with that.
But are you really?
Okay with not being with a guy? Yes. Completely.
But what about kids? Don't you want kids?
Honestly, no, I don't want kids. At least not right now, maybe not ever. And it's not me making a statement against almost every girl I went to high school with. Yeah, Viv, me too. But it's me saying, I know it would make me happy, and this isn't it. I know, it might seem strange, but sometimes I'm really proud of the fact that I didn't just take the easy way out.
Marriage is not the easy way out. And out of what
No,
even?
I mean, for those people who don't know what to do with their lives, who think that getting married and having kids will just solve all your problems, everyone's always bitching about being single, but I love it. I think it's when you're married that the real problems start.
What kind of problems?
Oh, you know, the constant togetherness, the joint everything, not being your own person anymore.
Is this what single women really think? Is this what you three really think? That just because someone finally chooses to go off and get married that they're giving themselves up? What? Marriage is a union, a sacred union that everyone should want to be a part of.
It means that you finally found the person that completes you, that makes you so glad you went through all the bullshit of dating to try to find them in the first place.